Here's how to add lifetime value inside of Google Ads so that you know how much money you could potentially make per lead that comes into your Google Ads funnel. Now, a lot of businesses might track annual subscriptions or month-to-month payments. I'll just quickly show you how to add it to your custom columns, because sometimes a lot of businesses will be focused on the front-end money that comes through and say that, hey, we've got a negative ROI because we didn't make money on that first sale. But it's quite normal for big businesses over a long time span to make their money back on year 2, year 3, year 4, etc. And so when you're thinking on that mindset, you can play business properly, right? If we can have a look inside of your Google Ads, go to columns, go to custom, and then scroll to the bottom, custom columns, just go add new custom column. And then from here, what you want to do is normally track your conversion value. So we might just go LTV, and then we might do estimated. So estimated LTV, and then say this is the estimated lifetime value of a customer coming through. Something like that, doesn't really matter. And then the data format might be money, and then you just go type in conversion value. And let's say that we times it by how many years that they stay on. Now you can also do this for months. So if the person normally stays on for 36 months on average, then you might do 36. But in the case of 3 years, it might be an annual subscription. So normally they stay on for 3 years. So we might do that. And that's a very, very basic, simple formula that you can click save and it will times that. So if we click save now, we can then see the estimated lifetime value for this client, click apply. And then what it will do is it will take on that first sales that we've made, it times it by 3, and we can see that's the potential value over time. So at least you're setting the expectation for your client that this is the potential money you've made. You've told us that your customers stay on for more than 3 years on average. So this is the potential revenue that you might make over the next 3 years. And this is to make sure that the business owner is setting the right expectations for themselves and thinking more long term instead of, oh, I lost money on the first go, ads doesn't work for me. When in reality, especially for service-based businesses, you can make a 10x, 20x, 30x return on ad spend just with one customer alone if you've got a high ticket. This is why it's very, very important to track your lifetime value so that you don't discredit ads straight away and just pause them and cancel them thinking that they don't work. When in reality, most businesses, they operate in a span where they keep customers on for years and years and years, and they make a lot of money based on that. But if you didn't run ads in the first place, you would have never have got that customer. They would have never kept coming back for more. And so you can't really discredit ad platforms like Facebook Meta and all that kind of stuff, and Google Ads in this case. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, let's say, for example, is fitting into your gross margin, right? Which is another story. So let's say, for example, you want to track your lifetime value based on gross margin that you do have. The easy way to do that, if you click on columns, click on the pencil, scroll to the bottom, repeat the exact same process, but I'll edit this one. Let's say it's 3 years, but our margin is 70%. We have 70% gross margins. So in that case, I might do 0.7. So times 0.7. Can you see what's happening here? So it's times 3 years and then times 0.7 and click save. What will happen from here is it will tell you a different number. So we'll go here. See how it's calculated quite differently? So if we're operating on 70% margins, then we would only make this amount here. And that's just an estimate, of course, but I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, leave them below. More than happy to answer, and I'll see you in the next video.